I know for certain that this is not going to come out right, but I don't know how to start this video otherwise. Last night, I decided, you know what? I'm going to have a couple cocktails while I upload videos and film some stuff. And I decided to start filming before I started drinking because I didn't want to be sloshed or anything like that. And I got super emotional. I got very, very emotional after the first cocktail. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting older because this never happens to me. Of course, I don't drink like I used to when I was in my 20s. But at 41 years old, I'm having a rum and coke. And I got super emotional. I had so many things pouring out of me. And I'm here at the beginning of day 11 of no contact. And after everything I experienced yesterday and the first 10 days, I decided, you know what? I'm going to have a second one. So I had a second cocktail. And I started to write things down and have fun with some things. Okay? So I've been called things like, I'm a nice guy, I'm a good man. I've been told that a lot of my life. I mean, I've been called nasty names here and there when you get in arguments and things of that nature. But for the most part, I've always been told that I'm a weird duck. Been told that by all my friends. You're a weird duck, but you're a really good man. Okay. So then I started going through videos on YouTube and stuff like that. Nice guys finish last. This person finished, why do nice guys finish last? Why do nice guys do this? Why do nice guys end up with the scraps? Or why do nice guys end up with women that are run through? I mean, I saw all this stuff and I started busting up laughing. And then it popped in my head. It hit me like a ton of bricks. I know why us nice men, us good men, feel like we're getting taken advantage of. And why assholes and bad boys seem to get the women. It has nothing to do with being a bad boy or a nice man. It has nothing to do with boundaries. It has nothing to do with looks or, well, probably some of it has to do with sex, but it's a mentality that the bad boys have that the nice men don't. And it's the mentality of not necessarily that bad boys don't care, because of course they don't care, right? But the reality is that the bad boys ask themselves more questions. Not necessarily overthinking questions, but they ask themselves more questions. So last night and yesterday, that Deanna woman that called me, the Deanna lady that called me and talked to me about the woman I was in love with, she asked me questions. And as I was laying down last night, laughing and things like that, I'm like, why am I not asking those questions about people? Why do I go on blind faith that people's words mean something? And it's not just in the dating market, it's also with friendships, family members, etc. Why am I not asking those questions daily about this stuff? Wow, I didn't even finish my second cocktail. So I'm going to come up with a system that I'm going to try out, because I don't want to become something I'm not. But at the same time, I need to protect my peace. I need to protect my financial future. And I need to protect my heart. So I'm going to come up with a 10-question system. Now, I've got 5 of the questions already thought of, right? And anytime somebody asks me for money, let's say I'm dating a woman for 3 or 4 months, and she asks me to pay her rent, I'm going to ask myself these 5 to 10 questions. How often is she communicative? Does she wait 30 minutes to respond when I send her a text, or she wait days or weeks or hours or etc.? Question number 2 would be, does she ask me about how my daughters are doing? Does she ask me how my mom's doing? Does she ask anything outside of the norm? Does she actually care? Number 3, if there has been intimacy, does she pull back? Does she give herself, give in and like be passionate with you, or is it just to shut you up? So questions like that, right? The 4th question would be, if there has been sex, after sex, does she want to cuddle with you? Does she want to be inside your skin? And I guess the 5th question so far is, when she doesn't get the answer she's looking for when she asks for money and you say, I don't have it, or I'm broke, or I'm sorry, I wish I could help, does she just disappear? How does she handle, and number 6, how does she handle chaos? How does she handle a situation in her own life or in my life that is not going the right direction? Whether it's, a cell phone getting cut off, or a rent not being paid, an eviction, or a car being towed, or anything like that. If she doesn't, or I don't, or somebody within the realm of that chaos, how is it handled? Is it handled with grace? Is it handled with understanding? Is it handled with a game plan? Or is it just simply, let's hit an accelerator? There's a ton of questions, right? I mean, tons and tons of questions that can be asked internally, like an internal check, like an antivirus to your heart that scans your heart and says, okay, let's answer these 5 to 10 questions before we pour $10,000 into somebody, right? Before we pour $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 into someone that may or may not really be into you. Because as I found out, the woman that I fell in love with has been living with her ex-boyfriend the entire time while we've been together. Supposedly been together. Weird. So I think this helps anybody. I think women's questions about men will be different, especially if you have a really good heart and you're a woman and you are a lover girl, right? Maybe the questions are a little different, right? We can't judge everything off of money. We have to judge things off people's actions that have nothing to do with money. Because money can corrupt, money can put you in the wrong direction, whether it's somebody that refuses to give you money or somebody showers you with money. People can all say the right things, but their actions will always speak louder than their words. And maybe, just maybe, I'm going to try this out. I'm really going to try this out. Because I think at the end of the day, this will benefit anybody, man, woman, or however you identify, whether you're gay, straight, lesbian, bisexual. I don't think it matters what your sexual orientation is or your gender is. I think this concept will be helpful to anybody who has a big heart and puts themselves out there. I'm going to try it out.